So, Brandon, what do you think of the offensive execution today? Was it what you guys needed?
Yeah, I think it's definitely, what we needed. It wasn't necessarily good enough. We sputtered at times, but I think the two things that were a little bit more disappointing were just the turnovers, and our third down percentage just wasn't quite as good. That's really what stopped us. That's a really, really good defense that Louisville has, man. I mean, they came out, they've had a lot of confidence. They've won 4 in a row. And like I said, they're a really, really good team. They're all over the place, They're all over the place. So I was really proud of our guys, just on how they responded, especially after last week. They responded, all right? Guys stepped up and made plays. We had a couple guys out, and they really didn't flinch, And, again, we found a way to win. So,
Brandon, with all the different pressures and looks that they give you up front, why were you guys able to be effective blocking that in the run game?
Yeah, I really think our guys did a great job all week long, all right, of fitting up some of the runs that we had game planned against this defense. And man, they just worked their tails off all week. A lot of studying and a lot of just working together. We talked about communication all week long too. So that was a big thing for us up front, is making sure that they were communicating. And that way they're making the right calls, and that way we can pick up all the different stuff that they were bringing us. So the communication was probably the biggest piece of the puzzle.
Were there certain things y'all saw on film that you thought you could exploit in the run game?
Yeah, I just felt like, our offensive line has done really, really good job in the run game, and have given our backs some really good creases, and we knew we had talent at running back, and so just being able to continue to give them the ball, there's no doubt, as y'all saw in the first half, we're close to hitting a couple big plays, and we got 7, 8, 9 yards a chunk, but didn't quite hit that big play till a little bit later on, and finally had it.
What did you think of Shipley's hurdle?
That was impressive. I'll tell you, I saw the replay up in the booth too. I mean that kid is special. It just shows his heart, and hey, it shows that he's Superman too, right? He jumps over people, and then he split the two guys going into the end zone, and so, his grit and heart are unbelievable. So that was impressive. I'm sure that's going to be on ESPN top 10, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm sure
On Twitter.
It is.
I'm sorry, I was going to ask, was that 15 conversion to a God on the opening possession just to give DJ some confidence?
Yeah, it really was. We got in a hole quick, and just being able to come out of that hole in a tough situation, he and Goddard ran an unbelievable route, and then DJ stepped up and made a great throw, which of course just boosted everybody's confidence, and you just go with that momentum. And now we're on track again on that first drive of the game of just having confidence and going and scoring some points.
Brandon was getting DJ involved in the running game early, and then also was trying to get Jake involved some emphasis early on for you.
Yeah, it was. I felt like, man, DJ has run the ball really, really well when we've had an opportunity, when we've given him an opportunity to do so. And so he did a great job of helping us gain an extra hat by running the quarterback. And that's what you do most of the time. You're gaining an extra hat with the running back as a blocker. And so he did a great job again tonight. I don't know how many yards or whatever, or how many carries he had, but I know he had a decent amount. And that's a big deal for an offense when you got multiple ways to run the football. It makes it really, really hard on that defense, and especially when they're a defense that is bringing a lot of pressure and doing a lot of stuff. So he did a great job of responding to the challenge, and just proud of him for that.
I know he missed some throws, but overall, it just seemed like DJ was not nearly as hesitant as he was in the past couple of games.
Yeah, it just comes back to the kid's resilient, and the kid continues to respond whenever he's in a tough spot, and so I think he was 19 for 26 or 27, so really, really good day as far as completion percentage. And yeah, he missed a couple throws that he needs to make. It's something you always got to get better at quarterback. But man, just love how he, came back today and really did a good job with his confidence and really leading as a big leader on this team. That's what we talked about all week long, is our leadership needs to step up as a team, and he definitely did that today.
What do you tell Shipley? I know when you run that much and you're getting those extra yards from fumbles, they're going to happen. What can you do better?
Yeah, just the fundamentals of holding the football and making sure, man, because he's going to fight, like you said. He's always going to try to get that second or third opportunity to break a tackle, and just being able to hold the ball high and tight. We talk about it all the time. squeeze it, have no air in there, and that's hard to do when a lot of people are after you and you're fighting for those extra yards. But he knows he's got to get better at that. That's something that he'll go to work on Monday for, I'm sure.
Antonio Williams had a career day. What is it about him that just enables him to be this productive on his offense?
I think he's got no fear. He's got so much confidence, and not only just getting open, but also making any throw that's going to his way. He's been able to run a lot of different routes throughout the season, and it shows that he's able to be a threat in a lot of different ways. So that's hard to defend. Really, really hard to defend, and he continues to produce, and that's special when you're talking about a freshman.
In the screen game, is it blocking that you feel like is kind of keeping some of those from maybe being bigger plays than they have been?
Yeah. Most of the time it is. It's a guy here, a guy there, and that's a screen game for you. If one guy doesn't do his job on the perimeter, I think we had one today that we had a throw to Shipley, and we missed a block on the edge. We're so close on a lot of them, and we just got to do a better job of fitting guys up in space. That's hard to do, but that's the name of the game on screens.
And then, do you feel like there have been some plays where y'all have had some success where because you've thrown those screens, you've kind of set stuff up, and defenses are maybe attacking?
Yeah. We got to protect our screens. That's what you got to do as an offense. Is if you're going to throw some screens out to the perimeter, you got to do a really, really good job of protecting them with double moves or pumps and things like that. And I know we hit one. I think we called 2 or 3 today, but we hit one of them for a big play to Jake. And so those are things that you got to keep doing so that it helps protect those guys on the edge for blocking purposes.
How important was it for this team away last week to get off to those good scripted plays, those first 2 drives?
Yeah, I really wanted to emphasize our tempo offensively, and I felt like in the beginning of the game we did that, and tempo and getting DJ going in the run game, and obviously getting Shipley going were a priority, and we're able to be successful with that that first drive. So. Tempo and just responding after last week, trying to get them out of a rut a little bit and get things going. And that's what we were able to do.
You feel the confidence level rose tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you come off of a loss from like last week, I felt like the guys again responded, and they're not backing down at all. They're not, they're just continuing to play ball.
Brandon, did you want to get committed back to the run game more tonight, just after getting away from it a little bit last week?
Yeah, I felt like we needed to. After, like you said, after last week, we know we can run the football, and we just keep feeding those backs, and they're going to find ways to make big plays. And our offensive line, not just Shipley or Maffa or whoever, get better as the game goes, but our offensive line does too. And that just comes to just feeling out the plays and being able to. Get more than just one hit, one try at it. The more you do it, the more confidence you're going to have because they're going to be able to fit it up a little bit better. And so our offensive line feeds off of that too.
Go ahead. What did you think about Mitchell stepping in for Walker?
Man, I was proud of him. I mean, again, we haven't seen the tape yet, but man, just to have a guy like Mitchell Mays who's worked his tail off week in and week out, just wants opportunity, and we knew he was going to have an opportunity today. He had a really good week of practice, and that kid can be really, really special. So I know it's gonna build his confidence, and just proud of him for stepping up.
In the second half, what was kind of the balance and conversations about trying to get out with a win, obviously, and finish off the game, but also the aggressiveness and trying to balance that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was a situation where, I think the first drive of the third quarter we went and scored. And really did a good job of responding. Again, that middle 8, I guess, that people talk about. We scored that 2-minute drive before the half, and then came out with some confidence and had that drive to score there, and then sputtered a little bit there, and I felt like we just shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, and could have been maybe even a little bit more aggressive in the third quarter. But our guys responded, man. I'm proud of us.